What's up, guys? And this is just another Souls Day episode. It's been a while. I'm really, I'm really liking the feel of the character now. Decided to rock the Guardian set and Warfring. Just amass the poise and just pretty much be as sloppy as I want. As I don't know. Sometimes you can't be serious at all times, but it's quite nice. I'm really liking the feel of the character. Sadly, I haven't had the chance to actually PvP against maybe players around my same level as maybe I've seen in the past. I've only managed to PvP against people higher level than me, and that usually ended in me getting one shot or stomped. But it doesn't matter. It's all about the feel of the game, and it's enjoying it, I guess. Like I said, I'm not the best, and I don't know. I'm far from being the best Dark Souls player, but I try my best. That's my honest truth. I try my best to get better at the game. I try my best to improve on my tactics and versatility. And right now I'm doing something I don't usually do. I don't usually rock high armor, as I'm scared of the slow roll speeds and the medium roll speeds. I'm really scared of that because I don't feel confident in my ability to block and parry. So I'd rather have some good movement speed, and I compensate the poise with the Warframe. Of course, for those of you who may know, maybe there's some who don't know, the butchers in the depths are in fact female. This was confirmed by a developer interview with Yui Tanimura. I think it was Yui Tanimura, the former games director. If not him, I forgot the other guy's name. But anyway, it was confirmed they are female. Dropping frames, sorry about that. They are female, and yeah, it's quite interesting to see the character design and how they're portrayed to be these flesh-eating, man-eating mounds of muscle, I guess. These monsters. I wonder what made them this way, or what they were in their previous life. But anyway, the butchers are female. It's interesting to know. That's a nice little trick I like doing sometimes for fun, and that's just jumping off the stairs and you get the free jumping attack on the butcher. It's quite cinematic appeal. And yeah, this is of course the location of the large ember, swinging at the box, because I remember my first playthrough when I first encountered my first mimic. I was really sad that I got killed by such a cheap trick. But ever since then, I've always had this fear of every box I open. Even if I know what's in the box, I just swing sometimes because my mind is telling me, yo man, anything can happen. Shoutouts to my friend Kenko, a friend of mine on Steam. We had tried to do some co-op together, but sadly to no avail. We used the summon range calculator, and we were within our range. Yours soul level 68, and ours soul level 69. Not 69, sorry, 59, and I still wasn't able to see him. We tried to summon each other in a various number of locations, but it just did not work. We don't know why. I praise the idea of dedicated servers that will come on Dark Souls 2, and I genuinely hope it will help the co-op and PvP experience with dedicated servers and the sacking of Games for Windows Live, as I think Games for Windows Live is part of the main problem. So shoutouts to him, and thanks for trying. Actually, if it wasn't for him, I think I'd be a lower level right now, because usually, like I said, when I get to soul level 30 or soul level 40, I usually go to the forest to farm NPCs. And I wasn't really feeling doing that this playthrough. I thought maybe let me just do it with what the game gives me. So due to my lower level, I just thought let me just level up so that maybe it will give us a chance to PvP together as our levels are closer. But it didn't work. But thanks to him, I did manage to grind the souls either way, get me to 59, which is relatively good considering I don't even have the Lord Vessel yet, and I'm already soul level 59, which is really far ahead of what the game intends, I think. As you can see here, in the past I never really paid much attention to the butchers. So this time I was like, let me try figure out the parry times for the butcher's moves. But sadly, I got impatient because I was failing at it most of the time, so I ended up just killing the butcher. But yeah, that's generally one enemy that I need more practice on. And in terms of parry timings and block windows, maybe on my next playthrough I'll spend some time with the butcher and see how that goes. But yeah, this is the room in which you find Laurentius, and he does say, if you hadn't saved me, I would have been her meal. Now, the argument back in the day was the butchers are male, as the developers hadn't confirmed that they're female. So people used to say the butchers are male, therefore he must have been talking about someone else. And with that assumption, people were thinking that he was talking about man-eater Mildred. Judging by her name, she's a man-eater. And she does invade you in the swamps, and the depths is just above the swamps. So people thought he was hiding away from her, scared of getting invaded by this red phantom, who was there to eat him, I guess. But after the developer interview, and the fact that the butcher here is slicing up meat, that one was by the table, we would assume that he was talking about them instead. And probably it was the butcher that was hiding in the rafters. Yeah, that's probably who he was talking about. But it's quite an interesting tidbit of information there on Laurentius and his fear for the butchers. Being a pyromancer of the swamp, though, I don't know. You'd think that if he was a strong pyromancer, he would have been able to defend himself, but I guess it shows his weakness in sense of his ability in pyromancy. Even though he does sell you decent pyromancies, I don't understand why this is so. Or maybe he just feared the monsters that the butchers were, and wasn't really he didn't really have much hope in himself in winning that fight against the butcher. But anyway, you save him, and he goes to Firelink Shrine as well, as to most NPCs that you save and are in debt to you. And if you get a good strong jumping attack on the giant rat, you will almost well, I guess you could one-shot it. And if you notice there was a battle axe in the rat's eye. And the nice thing is there's a spider shield at the top. So if you think about it, maybe there was a bandit who once came down to the depths. Maybe another chosen undead, who knows. There was a bandit who came to the depths and didn't fare so well to the rat. Maybe he was in a fierce fight and swung at the rat and maybe got it in the eye, but his battle axe got stuck and he was flung to the rafters to die, as you found the corpse hanging there on the ledge. It's quite interesting. And these mounds of sludge are very resistant to physical damage. If you have any magic, pyromancies, what are those things that require faith, by the miracles? If you have any of those, or some elemental weapon, it will really help you take them out faster. But anyway, the key we just got will be the key to unlock the bonfire, which is exactly where I'm going to right now. And yeah, that from that bonfire, actually, this is my main farming spot for humanity, especially when I have the Lord Vessel and I'm low on humanity. You can quickly teleport to this bonfire and probably get a whole bunch of Homeward Bones, or if you have the Homeward spell, good for you. I usually did have the Homeward spell, as I usually used to do some quality faith build. But yeah, you just come here, and I think I'll show part of the run to farm the rats soon, later on in the video, hopefully. But anyway, you just pump yourself up with as much humanity as possible and farm and farm and farm. It's possible maybe in 2 or 3 runs you could come up, if you're really lucky. If you came here with like 10 humanity in stock, you could farm up another 20 or 30 in like half an hour. And back when I used to play this game offline, that was the only way I could get consistent, well, not consistent, but it was the only way I could consistently farm humanity, as I never had the chance to do any PvP for humanity. So this was my place, and I did farm A whole lot. I spent a lot. I went to every covenant that required humanity, and I leveled myself up in every covenant to get the items that the covenant offered without actually doing any invasion. So yeah, I think you can tell it really takes a lot of work and time to farm. I think my first playthrough of Dark Souls actually took about 200 hours or 150. I'm not sure. So yeah, by 200 hours you can see there was actually a whole lot of farming. But anyway, enough of that. This is just a chat, and my strength build and my Zweihander. I don't know. I don't know. I need to come up with a name for this character. Well, Melzel is the name of the actual character, which I chose in the beginning, but I need a name for this build and the armor I'm wearing. I don't know. I'll come up with something, since I've got the Guardian set and the ninja mask. And that's why. I don't know. I'll think of something. But anyway, back to the game. Yeah, just killing things here. Just retracing my steps here, just to familiarize myself with the other entrance that I refuse to take, and of course to get the Soul of the Nameless Soldier. The depths, I don't know. I feel something more could have been done. Well, if you consider Blighttown and the swamps, then that's actually a very good extension to the depths, and that means the stage really was fully fulfilled. But if you look at the depths as the area in itself, I feel that I feel more could have been done with the place. Maybe a higher variety to what you actually fought. Maybe the depths was just, an intermission to Blighttown, and wasn't meant to have many things. Like, compare the depths to some place like the Lower Undeadburg or the Undeadburg or the Moonlight Butterfly Forest. Those places really have a bit more depth into them. I feel. I don't know. Maybe it's just me talking and not really thinking it through. But that's how I feel. I feel that the depths had such a big potential to be more atmospheric than it is. And it is. It really does have good atmosphere, don't get me wrong. I remember the first time I played this and had sludge falling on my head, I was screaming in horror. It really kept me on my toes, and the rats poisoning and all that stuff it really made the place fun. But the more I played through the depths and through other places, I started realizing that there's much more that could have been done with this area. Maybe more could have been expanded on with the banshees that curse. Maybe, I don't know, maybe if there are a few more NPCs in the area besides the invasion by Kirk and Dunhall. Yes, not Donald, Dunhall. But anyway, it's the game, and I still say it's a really good game either way, besides my little comments here and there about the things that I'm not too sure about. But anyway, such is life. We live and learn and explore. So yeah, this is part of my rat run. I just decided to do it once, just hoping to find at least one or two humanity lying around, but I was unlucky, I think. And as you can see, I'm avoiding the lower part of the depths because I'm saving that for the second part of the series of the depths, which will be in the next video. Well, do the lower part, hopefully I won't get cursed. I wish I bought the cursed bite ring. Actually, yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I think I think I'm gonna have to run back to the chapel where we fought the bell tower gargoyles and buy the cursed bite ring, because I've never actually been cursed, but this time I feel scared that I will be cursed, and I think it's better that I just go buy that ring, and then maybe to slowly delay the next episode. But it doesn't really matter. By the time you actually do watch this video, chances are the next video is up anyway. So that's just me being me. Well, anyway, enough about that. The depths, though, as you can see, what was this a sewer for Lordran? Or was it? I remember I saw actually, in the key to the depths and the key you get to unlock the bonfire, there are actually some two good descriptions. I will read upon those and get back to you on the next video, and I hope it should give some insight to this area, because I believe there's something significant about those two keys descriptions on how the area was. And why you find Dunho here in the depths, I'm not sure. He says he's a trader, and for those who don't know, his helmet is actually a helm taken from a helm in real life. It was inspired by a real actual helm that exists, and I don't know, said to symbolize wisdom and I think fear. And I don't know why he's actually here in the depths. I'm not too sure about that. And of course, the Dark Wraith Kirk is in the depths. He's invading in the depths because he's searching for humanity, as we all know. Well, I'm not sure if you do know, but Kirk, when you finally do defeat him the third time, his corpse is actually found in the Daughters of Chaos room, and he's secretly working for, well, I don't know if it's a secret, or he was initially a Dark Wraith and got the ability to invade with a Red Eye Orb, and then straight after that, whether he betrayed because he felt sorry for the fair lady, or he had his other reasonings to do it, he decided to search the depths. As I said, the depths are a really good place to farm humanity. He went into the depths invading for humanity to give to the fair lady. Maybe he did feel sorry for her, had some sympathy, I'm not too sure. Or maybe he betrayed his Dark Wraith Covenant to join the Daughters of Chaos. Maybe he was interested in the flame of pyromancy, the Chaos Flame. Maybe he wanted to know more about that. I'm not too sure. As you can see, I'm getting the gold pine resin up on the Zwei, and yeah, getting ready for the invasion. It's not really all that hard. You shouldn't have much trouble. He actually presents his back to you as you start the fight, so you can get in the quick backstab. I don't know though, I was just thinking, when you put the resins on your swords, you get these cool effects, right? But then, of course, when you make, for example, a lightning Zwei, if you forge a lightning Zwei, of course you don't get the lightning on the sword, but you get the lightning on the person when you strike them. I don't know, maybe you guys could give me some feedback, but what would you think if you forged a lightning Zweihander and the effect was like the gold pine resin effect, but permanently? Maybe you could toggle it on and off, I don't know. Or you toggled on and off during fights. I don't know. Or each time you swung, there was a lightning effect on the blade itself, not on the person you struck. I don't know. Since Dark Souls 2 is coming out, I've never actually seen any buffs on Dark Souls 2 from the people who decided to upload the beta and break the terms of agreement. I haven't seen any buffs, so I'm not too sure. And I haven't seen any elemental weapons, so I'm not really too sure on how the game is gonna be. But anyway, thanks for listening to me in this Souls Day episode, and I don't know, thanks a lot. Check you out, people.